ISUPK.
The solution is to stop being a sinner, stop being wicked, stop being filthy in this place, and stop emulating who you look at as a father figure, the so-called white man.
That's right.
Stop emulating him, stop following him, because when you follow him, and evil pursues you. Go ahead.
But to the
Read
right.
that one more time, verse 21.
Evil pursueth sinners.
Evil pursueth sinners. You know what I'm saying? When you ain't sinning, ain't no evil gonna be pursuing you. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But to the righteous, good shall be repaid.
Good shall be repaid. We out here, let me tell you something. We out here, and we love the Most High. You know why we love the Most High? Because we keeping His laws, statutes, and commandments. We understand by listening to the Father is how we can love the Father. You know what I'm saying? And so why do we do that? Because we fear the Lord. Because evil comes from the Lord. That's what y'all don't understand. Y'all made up, y'all have some fictional characters in your mind thinking that Satan is fighting the Most High, thinking that Satan can come against God. When the whole time, what you don't understand, and what the Christian church never taught you, is that Satan works for the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? And evil can pursue your household. Go ahead.
A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children.
What inheritance are we leaving to our children, man? You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. This book right here, the words of the Most High is like treasures. You know what I'm saying? We should be leaving this to our children. Knowledge of the Most High. To teach them their true culture and identity. To teach them to keep these holy days that we keep. To teach them to represent for the Most High. You know what I'm saying? To separate and to be holy. That's what we should be teaching. Because if we do that, then can we all come together. You know what I'm saying? But until then, right now, what we're looking at? We're looking at a body of people. We're looking at black and Hispanic people, where Hispanic people don't even think they're black. You know what I'm saying? You just listen, Hispanic man, you a black man, all right? You just a black man that can swim. That's the only difference. You know what I'm saying? You a black man. Don't get it twisted. Don't let the white man lie to you and say, if you're fair, you're white. You know what I'm saying? If you're light skinned, you're pure. Nah, man. You a black man, you a Negro just like me. You know what I'm saying? And all these tribes right here, all these tribes in the sun are gonna come together one day. And it's gonna be beautiful, man. It's gonna be like poetry. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like poetry. All these tribes are gonna come together, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have rulership of this place, man. The white man gonna be begging for housing. He gonna be begging for food stamps one day. We're gonna be running this earth. You know what I'm saying? The problem is that y'all don't want to listen to it. Y'all don't want to listen to us because it's coming from a nigga's mouth. It's coming from a slave's mouth. But here's the thing. The slaves are going to be the new slave masters.
That's right.
You can't stop that. The Lord has shot that arrow. You know what I'm saying? Christ, he's antsy to come back right now. Antsy, he's pacing back and forth. And when he come back, ain't going to be no kissing. Ain't going to be no hugging. When Christ come back, and listen, that war garment that he got on, is going to be filled with blood.
That's right.
The streets of America are going to be filled with blood.
Right.
This is it, man. We some holy people. The Lord chose us. He chose the so-called Haitians. He chose the so-called Jamaicans. He chose the so-called Puerto Rican brothers, the Dominican brothers, the Mexicans. He chose us. You know what I'm saying? Which is why we're on the bottom today. Which is why we have an evil wicked man amongst us today. You see what I'm saying? They're slaughtering us. It's not because the Lord doesn't love us no more. It's for him to teach us and for us to come back to him. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, give me, let me get Joshua 24 and 15. So today I'm gonna ask y'all, who the hell you wanna serve, man? Y'all wanna keep serving this white man? Well, understand that he's gonna build more projects. He's gonna build more prisons. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna build more institutions, mental institutions. Let me tell you something, the black man and definitely the black woman is going crazy. There's been a rise of schizophrenia and bipolarism up in the black community like no other. You know what I'm saying? We going crazy in this place because this ain't our environment. You know what I'm saying? This is not our habitat. You know what I'm saying? We can't get accustomed to the white man's way of living. It's just not in our nature. You know what I'm saying? We got a zeal like no other. You know how much zeal black people have? You know how spiritual black people are? We're so spiritual. We got so much zeal that we worship white Jesus better than white people. We worship Allah better than white people. You know what I'm saying? That's how much zeal we have. But the problem is that we have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. We don't know who the hell we are. So we're just picking and choosing. We're cherry picking who we want to be, but we don't want to be who we really are. That's the problem. Go ahead, give me that.
Joshua 24 and 15.
Go ahead.
And if it seems evil unto you to serve the Lord.
That's what I say. Does it seem evil to serve the Lord? You know, I got brothers today. I be like, yeah, I don't smoke weed. They look at me like I'm evil. You know what I'm saying? I tell a brother, nah, I don't sleep with whores. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sleep with a woman that's had every nigga on the block. They look at me like I'm evil. I tell them that Jesus is black. They look at me like I'm evil. I tell them to come to class and to learn this truth. They look at us like we evil. Well, go ahead, read that one more time.
If it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord.
So if it seems evil unto you to join these men right here, to join the men in the ISUPK, right? Go ahead.
Choose you this day whom you will serve.
Choose who you're gonna serve. You wanna serve Allah? Go ahead. You wanna serve white Jesus? Go ahead. But here's the thing. Serving white Jesus is gonna get your children molested. That's it, you know what I'm saying? Serving white Jesus is gonna put you in prison.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. The Christian church is the house of Satan.
Right.
It breeds criminals. That's all it does. It breeds homosexuals, and it breeds people like Kanye West that hate black people.
That's right.
That's what it breeds. That's the product of the Christian church. When you look in the prison system, right? Most of the black men that went to prison came from the Christian church. But when they leave, they serve another white man's God, Allah. You know what I'm saying? The two gods that we should never serve. The two gods that have been in our neighborhood, that have made our women whores, that have made our children homosexuals, that have made our brothers and sisters drug dealers and drug addicts. You know what I'm saying? These are the guys that we shouldn't serve. We gotta choose who we gonna serve, man. You wanna serve the white man? You gonna choose the white man over your brother? You gonna choose the white man over Christ? A black man named Christ that's coming to rescue you because you in a state of emergency, because you crying out to the Lord, and the Lord hears you, black man. He hears your cry, but he gonna send someone to rescue you from this monster, from this beast. Slaki. Now here's the thing. We can't go and cry to the white man. We can't go and cry into another nation. By marching, we're crying on to another nation. And like I said earlier, the white man don't respect that. He don't respect you crying and begging.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He respects militancy. He respects a man that says, I don't need you. I got my own infrastructures. I got my own business. He gets worried when you start thinking for your own. Right. He gets worried. He's petrified the fact that you don't need him no more. He wants you to use him as a crutch. And here's the problem, is that the white man, because we use him as a crutch, he's been able to stay rich. You know what I'm saying? We can destroy this kingdom overnight. It ain't hard. Right. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta choose who we gonna serve. Y'all wanna serve a white Jesus? Listen, I always thought it was funny that I was worshiping a white God. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? It didn't fit with the kind of person I was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have too many white friends. You know what I'm saying? I like being around brothers because with brothers, I'm a different way. Well, with my God, with the God that I serve, I gotta be a different way. I gotta be the way He wants me to be. I gotta be fashioned the way He wants me to be fashioned. But when you serving white Jesus, you gotta be the way He is. You gotta be a homosexual. You gotta be a liar. You gotta be a thief. You gotta be a murderer. And that's what white Jesus teaches you. Go ahead. Yep, keep going.
Choose you this day whom ye will serve.
So you need to make a choice today, because you might not be around tomorrow. Most High might run out of patience with you. You know what I'm saying? We out here on these corners every week teaching black and Hispanic men their true culture and identity, who they are in the Bible, that they're the Lord's chosen people, that Jesus Christ was a black man. We're trying to teach you that. We're trying to teach you that the white man is your enemy and that the white man is only set about to destroy you. Problem is that you don't want to serve this God right here. You don't want to serve the God of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to resist your lust. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. No, well, you got till today to know who you're going to serve. You know what I'm saying? In your mind, you got to ask yourself, who am I going to serve? Or who am I serving now? Keep reading.
Whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood,
Go ahead.
or the gods of the Amorites,
Go ahead.
in whose land ye dwell.
Go ahead, let me tell you something. Our forefathers made that same mistake. And Joshua asked them, choose whom you will serve. You know what I'm saying? You want to serve the Most High and live, or you want to serve the white man and die? Because his whole program is designed for you to sin against the Lord, which leads to death, which leads to imprisonment, which leads to mass incarcerations. Go ahead.
But as for me and my house,
this is my house right here. See these brothers right here? This is my house right here. Go ahead.
we will serve the Lord.
We're going to serve the God of the Bible. We're going to serve the God that only chose one nation of people, that only chose blacks, Hispanics, and so-called Native Indians.
Right.
He didn't choose no stinking African. He didn't choose no damn Arab. He didn't choose no white man. Those people will be useful one day. When Christ comes to reign and reign with an iron fist on this planet and to rule this planet, we're going to need those heathens because they're going to be there to serve us.
I'm not letting nobody tell you crap. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it works out.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, sold packs, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues for this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good record. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good ship. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword.